Welcome to today, December 7th, for our Impact Review. We want to welcome from the Central Region Office, Ms. Atkins, thank you for being here. From the Education Transformation Office, we want to welcome Ms. Garcia, thank you for being here. As we looked at the SIP, the essential practices that were our sustained essential practice was standard aligned instruction. That dealt with coaching cycles where, as you know, there's a coaching calendar. That dealt with lesson plan, collaborative planning, student integrated targets to make sure that we're supporting our students with our standard aligned instruction. Our primary sustained essential practice is differentiated instruction. Teachers created tests, quizzes, vocabulary, informal assessment, and flexibility and grouping with the differentiated instruction based on what we're doing right now, because we have both modalities. We have online and we have physical, MSO and physical. Our secondary essential practice is data-driven instruction. End of course exam, MYAs, which we'll be in the middle of now, our data chats, Power BI, and Performance Matter data will also support that essential practice of data-driven instruction. When we talk about the school climate, our essential practice I sustain is collaborative spaces. Opportunities where we could put students based on social distance, where we could have safe meeting areas. We support our teams in Zoom and active clubs for students. That allows students to incorporate or be ingrained or be committed to the school climate. Our primary essential practice is the attendance initiative. We have done numerous home visits. You may have known of some of them. The knock and drop, the knock and backpedal. We give perfect attendance award to students that are deserving perfect attendance, especially what we're dealing with in this day and time. We give shout outs, announcement. We send things out to students, recognizing them for being here punctual and being here daily. The secondary essential practice is effective use of school and district personnel. We have counselors that help us with lunch stations daily. We have Zoom rooms, opportunity for students as far as principal honor roll, values, student values of the month, and we recognize our teachers for the work they're doing, and also we have a tracker where we track attendance. We track those students that we're really concerned about are those non-engaged students. They're being tracked, they're being contacted. We're working with them and their family to get them online to help us meet the expectation of a culture of Miami Northwestern, a culture of excellence. So thank you and welcome to Miami Northwestern as we go today and we conduct our impact.
Take that mess from off the wall. Give that baby back its ball. Leave other people things alone. There's other ways to get involved. Get involved.
Students who have answered and completed those missing values, I want you to take those values and put them in the table as input and output. Okay? Take those values, place them in the table, and I will help you with the last column, which is the change in Y. You've probably never seen that symbol before, but that is the delta symbol, and it means change. Ashley, do you have the 4 answers from the bell ringer? Okay, you're still working on the last one? These are the 4 functions these are the values we're looking for out of the function. Okay? We're looking for 4 values, whether they are input or output values.
What was the caption? 78. Minus 78. Read. And if I subtract 78 from both sides, I get this 6x to come down. And then 114 minus 78.
36.
So now we can do what you were saying, Antonio. Divide by 6. All right, Jade Ingram at home. What is my final answer? X is going to equal. Jade.
Yes.
36 divided by 6. Finish it off for us. What is X equal to?
What would need to be divided again?
36 divided by 6. You should see it on the screen. Oh, it's not popping up for you guys. Let me unpause. You should see it now. Sorry about that. Technically, we'll be trying to get used to using both of these. Okay, so now you should see it. And we've done all of the inverse operations and we're down to our last one. So what is X equal?
6.
X equals 6. We agree? Good. That's right. So are we done? No. One more thing we gotta do, right? What is that last thing we need to do?
You gotta plug it back in, right?
Plug it back in. Which one we plug it back into? The measure of B. So the measure of B is equal to what? How does that look? That means 2 times plus 114. 2 times 6 is gonna give me 12 plus 114 should be
126.
126. Good.
Just imagine if your parents brought home 10 children. What's gonna happen? You gonna pick the kids out. What if it's hard? What if they come in and they take over? Is it gonna be easy to kick them out?
I'm being everywhere.
All right, you say yes? Of course you guys are violent like that. Don't be violent. All right, but think about the resources. Would that limit the amount of resources or would there be more resources available? Less resources or more resources?
Less.
Okay, less resources. What kind of resources would be? What would there be less of?
Room.
Less room. Definitely less room. We took
Less
10.
food.
Your parents brought 10 kids home. All right, what else? Less food or her food. Okay, so invasive species. That is what happens.
Claim, which is your position, a counterclaim, which is the opposite of what you believe in, and a rebuttal, where you go ahead and you respond to the counterclaim. And so, yes, you want to convince your reader of your position. You want them to know that the position that you're taking is correct. And you get multiple times to do that in the essay. You get that in the claim paragraph, and then you also get that when you get to rebut, meaning you get to respond to the counterclaim and show that you understand, okay?
Go ahead, Mangina. Sorry? Okay, and it's like a class, but what does it mean about the class? Say that again? Jada, that's best. Huh? Hierarchical means that there are different levels. Very good. And do you guys remember, Emma Leisure? Your name's there. Do you remember who is at the top of this hierarchy that we went over? When we talk about Japan and we look at that triangle that we were talking about, who is at the top?
Screenshot because it has the summary of what we learned today. So what's going to happen is I'm going to call on someone to answer a question and the answer will pop up on the screen. So number 1, Anthony, in what direction does water travel through the xylem? Upwards, good job. Up the plant through cohesion. And so where is water being absorbed to start with? Cameron, where is the water being absorbed? Cameron, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Think about it. Where is water first absorbed in a plant?
In the root.
In the roots, good job, Cameron. And so now, once that water is in the roots, it has to move up the stem to go where, Morgan? Where does it go after it leaves the roots in the stem?
Cause I want to say the xylem.
Okay, so once that water leaves the roots, it goes through the xylem, but where does it go last? After it leaves the stem and the xylem?
Then it goes to the leaf.
To the leaf, good job. It goes to the leaf. Now the water has to exit the leaf. So number 4, Naika, where does the water exit the leaf? Through the stomata. And so we should know that there are special cells that control the opening and closing of the stomata. Prodigy, what controls the opening and closing of the stomata?
Guard cell.
The guard cells, good job. And I want everyone to answer number 6, whether you're on Zoom or in person. What is this whole process called that we just discussed? Transpiration. People on Zoom, transpiration. Good job.
Get involved, get involved.